Tran and the Denari Temple army finally arrive at Lemelin, their long-awaited sanctuary. Having escaped from the frozen northern extremes, overcome ruthless hired thugs, and traversed an unforgiving swampy expanse, the comfort of Lemelin's monastery is a welcome relief. The temple leadership seems to believe that Tran is a Nephilim. However, Tran remains focused on the goal of bringing Casimir to justice and uncovering the fate of Zelos. Politics, it seems, has a way of finding you, no matter how well you hide from it. Alright, what we've got here are, let's see here. Iron, 2 gems and a sunstone, and a mercenary. Yes, I just see these as more expensive resources. And I do aim to try to collect all the mercenaries, the named ones, so we have Tariq the Wicked. However, the most important thing is, all of these I actually kind of like, and the temporal modulator is very, very good. And we are going to walk home a proud owner of this item that will essentially give us so many new options in the game, where it basically turns the enemy turn into I kill everyone turn. But what it does is it says I get to attack first when I'm defending, as long as it's not an ambush. So I can just sit there and the enemy can just kill themselves on me. Let's go and dismiss. Let's see here. It was a lightning mage and what was it? Some sort of... Was it you? It's probably you. There we go. I need those. Give me those. Alright, we've got Nerima and Stefan failed pickup artist part 2. Can't get keep a dude down, I guess. And Tran and Abigail, Princess of the Snow. Hey Abigail, are you glad to be back in Lemelin?
Yes, but I must admit I prefer the code and the snow of Granheim Abbey. There's a certain magic to it that I cannot explain.
Interesting. Aren't you from the hottest country in Tundra?
I have no memory of my place of birth. To be honest, it is just another part of my life that sets me apart from most Sayunari. I am a priestess of the Sisterhood of Mercy. The temple is my calling and my home. My brother sorely wants to visit Sayuna with me, but then again...
He pretty much wants to do anything and is thrilled about the idea.
Yes, exactly.
So you're supposed to be assigned to a paladin, right? How's that going?
It does not happen at any given time. Sometimes it does not happen at all. You see, the Sisterhood of Justice is far smaller in number than my holy order, and eligible female paladins number even fewer. I do not hold the same aspiration to be bonded as Sister Adelia is, but it must be such an honor to be bonded with the greatest of all paladins. I can only hope to fulfill my duty to serving the temple and pursuing a life as directed by Holy Donar.
Yeah. Wait, about that drakeling you adopted. Is that in Donar's plans for you?
Please don't mention Nibbler to the temple officials. But I'm still working on bonding with him. It seems it will take some time.
You'll figure it out, I'm sure. Seems like the kid is a real fighter.
I am not quite sure, but I think he insists on being by my side in this war. I do hope to see him survive and grow to enjoy life.
Oh, flowers. How nice.
You really are a hopeless romantic, and I do emphasize hopeless.
You wound me, my dear. You wound me with your blade-edged words.
So sorry. You may want to see a priestess.
All I need is the warmth of your radiant beauty by my side. Admit it. How can you look at these baby blues and remain so defiant?
You would do quite well if those baby blues did the talking and not your foul mouth.
A compliment? From the icy heart that struggles to beat beneath this breathtaking visage I see before me? I can now die a happy man.
Ah, by all means.
Proceed. But your heart would be shattered beyond repair for the rest of your days.
Dream on!
Ugh, when are you going to get a clue? You are a pig, and I do not like you. Yet. You'd better hope for a miracle than thief. We do live in strange times, milady. Keep believing and it may just come true.
No, you are the one who wants... Never mind.
I am going away now. If you follow me, I will put an arrow through your eye socket. A blessed day to you, fair Narima. You know where to find me. And we don't have enough points for the next tech, so I guess we're moving on. No dragons yet. Well, I mean, dragon riders. No dragon riders yet. Throne room, Imperial Palace at the capital. You gaze upon the throne as though you will never have it, Prime Minister. As if you actually need the temple's permission. I could sit there at any moment, but I dare not. To you people, what this throne represents might seem like a trifling matter, but to me, it is my entire life. The temple will confirm me, and then no one will question my rule. As you wish, but short of that, we will find a way. We have word that the False One has reached Lemelin Monastery. The Casus Belli is now yours. You may make your next move. Then the orphan and the paladins will soon be utterly destroyed, and the temple will fall in line. We have concern that you don't take the game of war seriously enough, Prime Minister. The temple warriors have thwarted even us time and time again. You must bring overwhelming force, or you will lose. What are you worried about anyway? General Lysander, one of our best tacticians, will command the army. We'll bring our gunner squads to bear as well. And now I've had just about enough of justifying myself to you people. Off with you. Best of luck in the coming battle, Prime Minister. Chapter 9, Sanctuary. The enemy lies before us at Lemelin Monastery. We shall crush the treasonous temple for harboring the enemies of the Empire of Viridia. General Lysander, don't disappoint me. Yes, Your Excellency, you can count on me.
The Imperial government is invading the monastery. Unforgivable. Great Paladin, perhaps the government means us no harm. Please practice restraint, warriors. The Prime Minister has been desperate for an excuse to destroy us, and now we've given him one. Sorry, I will take my leave now.
That excuses me, isn't it, Diana?
This turn of events was inevitable. We are much more powerful with your tactical mind, so Donar has given us a blessing.
At least we know what we're up against. No more mercenaries. This is the Empire's central army. They'll have larger and more organized ranks, and probably some gun units in the mix. We don't want to be on the wrong side of gunnery soldiers. Their weapons make any armor basically useless.
Tran, the temple maintains outposts by the river. We should fortify the river to protect the monastery from needless violence.
Those forts are closer to Casimir's army than they are to us, but it might be worth a shot. I guess now would be a good time to pray to Donar. Alright, we can see here that our challenge missions are 1. Lysander should not be defeated in battle. 2. Enemy squads should not attack our home base. And 3. When the Lysander reinforcements show up, no more than 4 of them are defeated. So here's Lysander. Lysander is basically a male version of the Hospitaller. He will heal his whole army in one move for roughly about 30 hit points. So it's not super heal, but it is a good heal for topping everybody off. Now, his units will change during the course of the battle, and I'll elaborate more on that as time goes on. Let's go ahead and start deploying our soldiers. Sabine is going to be a centerpiece of this battle with her 22,000 threat rating. She has horses, allowing her to move at the speed of cavalry. Her temporal modulator will allow her to, as she defends, attack first. This is very important to the survival of my army. Even if my deployed soldiers are level 17 to 24, they can still get one shot if the enemy moves first. They pretty much do their weapon and damage. Anybody with under 200 hit points, if they get hit by this, they'll die. As for the wizards in this army, few wizards like this one over here. I have been hit by this spell, but I've also lost units. The crossbow guys have managed to kill off some of my sirens, so there are easy ways for my guys to die. You may feel like, well, you have level 50, level 70 guys. That is true. However, they're pretty much being benched. Very similar to the very first episodes of this campaign. As my people get stronger, the strongest were set in reserve so that everybody else could catch up. So, alright. We will go ahead and place Percy. So all of these light infantry speed units, the game moves funny in that. Anyways, light infantry speed units, they're going to be on the right side so they can run over through the forest. You'll notice that I have a suspicious number of polearms here. Let's actually take a look at this. I've tried to set up hard counters against the enemy. And these cavalry units aren't actually that threatening, but these squads are right here. The enemy also has siege cannons in the base, which can also take out even Sabine's units. Filbert is a light infantry. Alright, that is all of my treasure hunters. So we have room for 4 others. We'll set Barnabas out. Raskuja on the right side, he'll join them in the forest. And Narima, because she also, like Raskuja, has not had much screen time. And Jules. I really like his archer squad. I find Jules to be a very useful leader.
The battle lies before me.
Time to even the odds.
How can I help, my lord?
Now, at the beginning of the enemy's second turn, Lysander will lead his southern units northward to you. He's truly a tactical genius that everyone says he is.
Time to act is now. We will always find a way.
Donar, guide my attack.
Of note, there is a bazaar on the far east of this map. As with before, I've loaded the game several times in order to find the best loot.
Swift as wind, strike like fire.
Now this is Sabine's group. We're gonna send her down this direction here, and she can actually pull away 3 of these gunners. This one here cannot reach her, but the others will be able to. Sabine's army is 11,000 by itself. The value is only up to 22,000-ish because of the temporal modulator. It's probably to keep the AI from choosing to attack her over other units. So the solution is to make sure she's the only one they can reach. This is it, men of Isantar. Our chance to stand up to the central government's tyranny is now. We cannot abide this disgraceful action by the Prime Minister. Attack the Imperial Army and reinforce the temple. Isantar has arrived? You know what to do, men. The temple will not fall today. We join Isantar and resolve to bring the Prime Minister to heel. What's this? That's Duke Lothair's army, and General Lysander has defected. Damn good timing, fella.
Donar has answered our call. The temple shall never perish.
What treachery! The Duke of Isantar must be a fool of the highest order to make an enemy of me. Alright, so Lysander has turned current coat. He acts like a male version of the Hospitaller. His ability is actually to do a small heal with his whole party rather than with one target. His squad can be easily defeated by the troops he brought with him to the battlefield. The game makes a great deal about him being a tactical genius. However, if I didn't pull off those 3 gunners, he would be surrounded by 4 platoons of enemies. What I really would have liked is if the game showed his tactical genius rather than telling you about it. Maybe the bridges on this side blow up. Maybe these guys also join as allies or something, because I doubt the game maker would like you to have all these free units. Whatever the case is, him defecting at that moment is a bad time. If I stayed here at this top section and didn't move at all, this would be the enemy formation. 4 gunners here, and 4 enemy squads here, and Lysander stuck in the middle of it all. Maybe on other difficulty modes, he can easily kill these guys.
Battle formation.
But on the difficulty mode I'm on, this is the only squad he can safely attack, because it's mostly heavy infantry. Gunners do well against heavy infantry, and his spearmen will keep them at bay. But if I, for example, attack those crossbowmen, they very easily take down my gunners. If I attack these apprentices, like before, it very easily takes down my gunners.
School is in session.
I just refuse to believe that this is tactical genius at its finest. Now, that being said, I will give him major props for being such a bro that he joins my army.
Stay strong, everyone.
Even though these are gunners, when 3 or 4 shoot bullets, their bullets only have a range of 1, so my arrows will actually outrange them. Since they do 200 damage a shot, let's avoid letting them counterattack. Now, earlier we talked about Nerima's trait. I thought of a good name for it. Instead of Retainer, it could be Sayuna Will Never Die. That would be an excellent skill name without giving away the plot.
Ready.
Alright, that's the Southern Regiment taken care of. Now time for this group. First off, Sabine, if I place her here, I will have an easier time dealing with the enemy units, because they won't be having this fortress defense bonus. However, some of them will peel off to try to kill my weaker forest guys. So in the interest of trying to look cooler, we're going to actually plant ourselves right in front of the fortress and basically taunt the enemy into attacking us. Hopefully she makes it this time. We can see here that we have the ambush ability. Although his squad is not quite the polearm units that these others are, with an ambush this does allow me to get 2 attacks before they can counterattack. So that's what I meant by hard counters. I'm not only ambushing them, but I'm attacking them with pole arms. The Narima's squad in the south is actually going to be frequently targeted by enemy because of her much smaller squad size, resulting in a much lower threat value. With her heavy infantry status up front and 4 archer status, she can actually do a fair job defending and retaliating. At the moment, my army consists of a lot of light infantry, again because I just don't have the resources to field them all. This works out really well. This means that no one else is going to attack from that stronghold. The Duke of Vicenter's men has not moved, but it is fair that they arrived this last turn, so we could consider that their action. Plus, I don't actually want them to move because, like Lysander, I have to basically protect them. If any of these guys with their 3,000 threat rating touch any of these guys with their 4,000 threat rating, the Green Knights just get deleted outright.
Time to end this.
Sayuna will never die.
Master Sergeant awaiting orders. For my people, for my homeland.
Thankfully, he attacked the dragon. Those apprentices, I'm serious, those apprentices have made me restart the map a few times.
What's our next tactic?
Raspudia is to be ready.
So this chest over here says 6 over it. Once the number has run out, I believe you do not get the loot in the chest anymore. I've never actually tried letting it run out. Alright, so what did I find so valuable that I was satisfied with the results? First off, I consider these mercenaries to be nothing more than resources. If they have a trait, we may consider keeping them. So, we got gems. We have a dragon here. He doesn't have a trait. I do like lightning, and we are going to go and take him because I want as many dragons as possible so that I can keep flying once I unlock that trait. Not trait, tech. This guy has unscathed, so that's not bad. He more importantly comes with obsidian, so we might even keep this one. Madeline comes with a sunstone. Very good. Also lucky. Heidi comes with another sunstone. Also dark. Cool, but she has no trade, so she'll get fired. Finally, we have the outcast. I'm less concerned about the outcast as hireable mercenaries, and more concerned about collecting all the mercenaries. So yeah. Finally, we have so many good things here. Most importantly, we have the Sunstone Imperial Battle Armor. Imperial Battle Armor giving us more capacity. Sunstone, of course, being extremely valuable in upgrading my magic army. I don't really care too much about having a ribbon or a steel greatsword, so we will just leave that behind. Need to get rid of these guys so I can have a nice range of this, but it looks like they can probably reach this far or something.
Awaiting your orders.
See how far you can reach. Alright.
Time to even the odds.
How can I help, my lord?
Alright, how far can we see? Let's go past up to there. I have since been into that group several times, and I always end up losing someone. Okay. I thought there was a slightly higher one, but it was probably this crossbowman that was there before he was removed. I don't want to expose myself to too much danger, so let's start peeling off some of the enemy.
their resolve.
Donar, guide my attack.
He will always find a way.
You got a plan? School is in session.
I must stay strong.
Wait, why can you only reach 2? Your siege cannons. Oh, you probably don't have like the tech or something to fire at range of 3. Is that a tech that you need? I just kind of assumed they all fired at a range of 3. Let's get rid of these crossbow guys. Hopefully nothing bad happens. I'm worried about that siren in the middle. Sometimes your spellcasters don't cast spells quite the way you want them to, and so they end up squandering it on the same target or something. You just get double free action? Nice! I didn't know that was a possibility. Now, siege cannons cannot retaliate, so the only thing you can do is use these gunners on me. Ooh, you know what? I probably shouldn't do that. They can still kill me. Sabine has done a terrific job, but she still won't survive getting shot in the face.
Stay strong, everyone. The battle lies before me. Time to end this.
I'll await your command.
The army is ready.
Master Sergeant, awaiting orders.
Okay, I am surprised that the knights are still advancing. I would have thought they would just sit totally still, because I've never seen them advance towards the boss before.
How can I help, my lord?
Sayuna will never die.
I ain't got all day.
Chance to make them surrender? None. Perhaps you'll rethink your decision in the next life.
The time to act is now.
Before we do that, let's make sure we've gotten everything. 5 of 5 objectives captured, 7 of 7 squads neutralized. Looks good.
Ready.
Oof. I guess you've made your intentions clear, huh? I have, Tran. But have you? The temple would have me be some sort of fulfillment of a prophecy. What's one to do, Lysander? It depends on what you want. You could simply disappear and not concern yourself with supernatural myths. But you're not going to do that, are you? These are my people. Every Viridian. Part of me wants to be what they want me to be, to save them from the darkness we all know is coming. Guess I never cared much about this new world that seems to be creeping in. And what world is that? As children, we are taught about a past that's so much greater and men so much nobler. But it seems the legends of the past are forever gone. Now we're stuck with weak and petty leaders. Men of the past would give their lives to ensure lasting peace, but now there is so much less hope, so much more cynicism. I've heard other succession war orphans say the same. But to the generation before us, this attitude seems revolutionary. Why? It seems so simple. In an age of lies, truth is an act of descent. And the greatest enemy of evil is an awoken people, those who feel just as you do. You know, it is quite intriguing to me, Tran, when we consider the rebellion of General Antares. Here we now stand, opposed to our own government, just as he was. Perhaps it was Antares who could see further ahead than any of us. History will likely see you as the inheritor of the very rebellion you fought to put down.